The Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement is a formal agreement between the governments of the United States and Canada, established under the authority of the 1909 Boundary Waters Treaty. A new purpose statement from 1978 states the goal is to restore and maintain the chemical, physical, and biological integrity of the waters of the Great Lakes Basin ecosystem. The steering committee's vision statement is, we envision a healthy Lake Michigan that sustains the full array of natural ecosystems and the services they provide. A resilient Lake Michigan is sustained by collaborative, ecosystem-based management now and into the future. Lake Michigan and its associated biodiversity, however, are at great risk. Invasive species, climate change, water pollution, rapid and poorly planned residential and industrial growth, altered hydrology, and incompatible agriculture, forestry, and fishery practices are taking a toll on this national treasure and critical resource. With more than 10 million people living near, depending on, and benefiting from a healthy Lake Michigan. The Lake Michigan Biodiversity Conservation Strategy is a multi-agency initiative designed to identify specific strategies and actions to protect and conserve the native biodiversity of Lake Michigan. It is the product of a 2-year planning process involving roughly 170 individuals from 79 agencies and organizations from around the lake. There are 5 key goals in the conservation strategy. The first is to assemble available biodiversity information for Lake Michigan. The second, to define a multi-agency vision of biodiversity conservation for Lake Michigan. The third goal is to develop shared strategies for protecting and restoring critical biodiversity areas. The fourth goal is to describe the ways in which conservation strategies can benefit people by protecting and restoring important ecosystem services. And the final goal is to promote coordination of biodiversity conservation in the basin. Rivers and streams that feed into Lake Michigan are contributing factors to the health and biodiversity of the lake. The Little Manitowoc River wetlands, located in eastern Manitowoc County, is one of the rivers contributing to the overall makeup of Lake Michigan. The river is still dominated by native sedges and grasses, but still remains vulnerable to the infestation by reed canary grass and other invasive species.
There was one of our preserves up there where the wetland was starting to become dominated with reed canary grass, which is an invasive grass, and we were working with an entomologist from North Dakota and then a biologist from the Fish and Wildlife Service, and a contractor too that does a lot of reed canary grass work. We're trying to talk about how we could take care of this reed canary grass problem without hurting this federally endangered dragonfly.
A Department of Natural Resources 2006 sub-watershed study found many different fish in the river before the flood event occurred and in comparison to present day. The bird habitat is also affected, with the piping plover and buff-breasted sandpiper species being of greatest concern. The restoration plan benefits vary from creating shallow flooded areas upstream for migratory bird habitat and provide deeper water depths to allow for migration of fish to upstream spawning areas. To help restore the river, several conservation projects are in effect. The Little Manitowoc Coastal Wetland Restoration Project is aiming to restore the stream and shallow open water connection that was once lost in the flood of June of 2008. The goal is to provide critical habitat such as spawning grounds for fish, migratory stopovers, staging and breeding grounds for birds, invertebrates, and many plant species. The lead facilitator in this project is Lakeshore Natural Resource Partnership. The Little Manitowoc River Conservancy Enhancement Plan is initiating a strategic planning process to develop a comprehensive watershed restoration plan for the full 230 plus acre Little Manitowoc River Conservancy. The Little Manitowoc River Shorebird Habitat Project involves enhancing the conservancy to produce shorebird habitat. The new U.S. Bird Conservation Plan identifies the need for data on shorebird distribution, abundance, and factors affecting them. A large-scale process like this requires many hands on deck. Other local organizations have formed to improve the river. The group Friends of the Manitowoc River Watershed's mission is to connect the people to the river. The goal of the organization is to seek cooperative collaboration and use integrated watershed-based planning and decision-making process to accomplish identifying nutrient and other water quality concerns, inventory existing point and non-point sources, prioritizing the concerns, identifying strategies for achieving water quality and desired conditions, and routinely monitoring progress and making necessary adjustments to the action plan. Another aspect of restoring the river, which feeds into Lake Michigan, is focused on by the Lower Manitowoc Rural Clean Water Program. The overall objective is to restore the nearshore and watershed designated uses. Water quality monitoring sampling is done at 13 locations. Aside from organizations, other individuals in the community are partaking in the water quality monitoring process. Interns and students in introductory biology courses from UW Manitowoc collect data including biological, chemical, and physical assessment of stream quality. The Little Manitowoc River Restoration Project is an ongoing process in the Manitowoc community. Organizations and citizens are continuing to care for the river as it is an important asset to the community.